Well, last go around where I was going to test out all of my equipment was a disaster. Uh, I didn't record it. Thank goodness I didn't. But what happened was this pump. I have this set up right now to where it's drawing from the kettle and pushing through the chiller. Before, I had it set up where it was drawing from the chiller and pushing into the kettle. And I couldn't prime it, and it kept cavitating. It had the old head on it, but I'll get to that in just a minute. But I was using the clear vinyl tubing that a lot of people use in home brewing, and it was really weak, and it collapsed the hose, and it would, as soon as it collapsed the hose, it would cavitate, and you had to stop it and reprime it and start it all over again. It was a nightmare, and I kind of got a little upset, and I kicked the pump when we were out here last time, because the pump, this is the old style March pump, and were, according to the manufacturer, they were notorious for cavitating. So they redesigned it, and they came out with a new wet end, a new head for it, and it's got a slightly larger vanes. But when I kicked this thing, I broke the threads off on the suction side. Broke it off. It was a poly head. So I went to Maryland Homebrew down in Laurel. Is it Laurel? I think it's in Laurel, yeah. And they had this in stock, man. Like they actually had this stainless steel head for made by Chugger Pump in stock, and man, it was cheaper. It was like $25-30 cheaper than online. So I got it, and I'm back in action right now. I'm cleaning everything. Not sanitizing, but cleaning. And I heated the water in the kettle up to about 155 degrees, and I added 5 ounces of PBW cleanser to 5 gallons of water, and I am circulating it through the chiller and back into the kettle. I don't know if I showed this off, but this is the chiller that I made out of copper tubing and a 3/4 inch inside diameter garden hose. But the way it works is it draws from the kettle, pushes through the pump, through the chiller, and then back into the kettle. And you would have, this side is the inlet from the kettle. The hot wort goes in that side and it rounds through, and it comes back out on that side and back into the kettle. And the water will come in this side and it will go out. Yeah, it'll go out that side. And they call that a counterflow chiller. I saw a picture of one of these things online, and I was like, man, I ain't paying $120 for it. I think I put this one together for about $75. And it was worth it. I mean, I made it. It's something that I produced. Researched the fittings, the right fittings to use, best fittings to use. This too I made. I saw somebody using this in YouTube, something similar to this in a YouTube video. So I built one. And you can see, pumps it right into it clean, neat, and I can check the delta T between the kettle. Let's see, the hot wort in the bottom of the kettle, and what temperature it's coming back into the kettle from the chiller. That's pretty similar right now because I don't have any counterflow water, tap water running through the chiller. But what's this one sitting at? This is about 130. This is 128, somewhere in there. It's not too bad. Not too bad. I don't know if I mentioned this dial thermometer the last video that I made, but I bought this online, and it's got a 6-inch probe on it, and it's adjustable. Taps into the top of that, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. But it had a 6-inch face. I didn't pay attention to that when I was ordering it online. When it came, I was pretty shocked. I didn't want to put. I bought it to put on the kettle, but I'm not putting it on the kettle. It works good for what it's doing right now, but I still want to get a smaller gauge because I can't. This thing won't stay up straight. It'll tip over really easy. So I'll get a smaller one. That along with a ThermoWorks thermal pen, which is from my research, it's the best thermometer you can get on the market. But anyway, this is it set up and working, and everything is functioning fine, and there's no leaks, and I'm really pleased. Stay tuned, and I'll do some videos on brew day.